Hello everybody, welcome back. It has been a while since I've made a video. I'm sorry for the delay. You know, I've been busy with work, busy with life. Shit's been keeping me busy, man. I have not had time to sit down and make a single video. I have tried streaming, but lag has been a huge problem with the streams. I'm not sure why, but my luck with the more recent streams have been absolutely horrible. I don't know why, because if you look at some of my past streams, some of my first few streams, they went smoothly. But now every time I try to stream now, it's problems after problems. So to be honest, I'm just kind of going on a pause for streaming right now. Today we're going to be talking about the Superman movie, and I guess people are mad at it apparently. This is a funny one. I really find it funny. Okay, so James Gunn, obviously the director of the new Superman movie, and by the way, the people who are hating on it aren't even Snyder fans. It's actually just a bunch of old, lame Republicans or stuff, conservative people who just don't like this kind of stuff. So James Gunn said this, and so did his brother. I'm not really sure where exactly the original quote comes from, but it comes from one of them. And they said the new Superman movie has sort of a pro-immigrant message to it, sort of, and like basically, you know, saying like talking about human decency and saying like in America people have lost basic human decency, which isn't technically wrong because I feel like some people have lost some human decency, to be honest. But it's also they're also saying like Superman's an immigrant himself. He came from obviously an alien planet that blew up and came here. Not technically legally, he didn't like cross the border or anything. He didn't get his papers as a baby, you know. But Republicans mostly, and I'm sure other people are too, but mostly people on the right-leaning side are a little upset about this because, like, they think anything that has some kind of message like that, they instantly call it woke, and they like to say this dumb line, "Go woke, go broke," which they use it a lot. They use it for everything. They use the word woke so much that I don't even know if they know what it means anymore. They just pass that word around so much, but like, honestly, if you don't like it, so what? And I've heard people who've seen the movie already, because some people are able to see it early, right? They said there's absolutely literally like no so-called wokeness like these people say. They like to throw the word a lot so much. But I'm just gonna, this entire video just be basically making fun of the people who just, some of those things I've seen online so far. Overall, most of the accounts on Instagram that I've been seeing that are complaining about it are all conservative accounts that are going like, "Oh, the movie is ruined. Go woke, go broke." And then I look at the comment section, just full of like old guys named Frank saying like, "I'm not gonna see the movie." Oh, good on you, Grandpa. No one cares. Honestly, do you think the movie's gonna automatically tank because you chose not to see the movie? Oh, well, guess what? Many other people are going to see it, including myself. So really, I don't know why Republicans or just people like this always have this idea in their head. They think like if they don't consume said media, it's gonna automatically flop or do bad. Like they're all going like, "Oh, I hope this movie fails and makes no money." Well, I mean, it's doing pretty well in pre-sales right now, and you know it has pretty good reviews so far, and I don't know. I just find it so funny. They also are comparing it to the Snow White situation. Like, "Oh, they didn't learn from Snow White." Like, first off, that's an entirely different situation. Very, very different, okay? The Rachel Zegler literally made that movie almost unwatchable for people just because of the things she said. She wasn't saying, like, all this, the things James Gunn said. All they did was do a little quote and were saying, like, "Oh, in America, we've lost some human decency," which is honestly true. Some people are just, like, harsh, particularly these Republicans that just go, like, they basically... They're like, "Oh, kick out everyone. Don't give anyone a chance in America. Urgh, only us," you know? They always like to say they're America first, but they're totally happy with the government sending $2.5 billion to Israel or something, you know? They're totally fine with that. They'll say like, "Oh, America first," and then once again, they're totally fine with Trump. They're good old Trump sending Israel money or whatever, right? I don't know, man. These people, they're silly. Because, once again, they just say, "Oh, go woke, go broke, and this movie's ruined." They like to say the movie's ruined. They haven't even seen it. So, they're just taking the quote that James Gunn or his brother said. I really don't know who exactly said it 100%. But they're just taking it out of context 100%. There's literally this one video I saw of this guy having a meltdown. He was like, "Oh my God, the movie's ruined," and blah 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 blah. Like, dude, okay, if you don't like it, don't watch it. Go ahead and tell all your Republican folks that don't like fun whatsoever. Y'all are a bunch of boring ass bozos, anyways. Overall, though, them complaining is not going to make the movie fail. Because, to be honest, and I'm not trying to glaze the movie, okay? I mean, it's... You can look at it. It's doing good in pre-sales. People are buying tickets already. It's not stopping. People just, like... And Republicans, or people just in general, they go like, oh, I hate it when movies shove politics down our throat, which is a fair thing. It can get annoying. But once again... So far, from what I've heard, no one has said the politics are overwhelming in this movie. And once again, each Superman story tells its own kind of, well, it has a theme, okay? And all these simpletons, you know, the ones who go like, oh my God, it's woke, I'm not going to watch it. They've probably never read a Superman comic in their entire life. They probably never watched anything related to Superman in the past. But they just see the word woke, and then they lose their marbles and go insane. They go apeshit. And it's Fox News. Ugh, they're a bunch of... I don't like Fox News either, to be honest. I think they suck. But they're talking about... I saw a little video on it, like, they called it woke man, or super woke. And like, God, you guys just love to throw that word around just because the movie has a message about something. Because the movie has a message about immigration, or a small message about immigration, you guys lose your absolute marbles because you guys are always, oh, America first, and don't let anybody into the country, which... There's a whole argument on immigration. I'm not going to really get into that. But the people who mostly say this kind of stuff are probably the type of people who literally just don't want anyone coming in. And they have no decency in their minds, in their hearts at all. So most of these people don't have any sympathy towards anybody, really. But once again, all they're doing is complaining, whining, saying, "Oh, I hope the movie fails." And I'm not going to... Like, I saw this one comment. I said, I was thinking about taking my grandkids to go see it. But now I'm not going to. Screw you, James Gunn. Oh, James Gunn cares about your comments so much, man. And yes, so what if you and your grandkids choose not to see the movie? Oh, well. The movie's still probably going to do well in sales. People are still probably going to like it. And so what? Because you like to throw the word woke around so much, you guys are all... They see the word woke once again. It's like when a bull sees the red flag, right? The bull gets very angry. They get very angry when any kind of movie has any kind of positive message in some sort, because they like to say, it's woke, and I hope it loses so much money. This one guy in the comment section, he was like saying like, I can't believe this movie has gone woke. And I looked at his profile picture, and not to be like a stalker or anything, but I just saw it, and it looked like he was at Disneyland. I'm like, huh, that's funny coming from a guy who went to Disneyland. Because you guys also like to constantly call Disney woke too. Granted, I do not like Disney currently. I don't think they've made anything good recently. And Marvel has been going downhill. And so has Star Wars. Marvel has had some good things, alright. The Thunderbolts was a good movie. But for the most part, I don't like Disney. It's just funny to see that this guy is complaining about Superman for having a message, while they're not complaining about Disney, because Disney... They really jam stuff down your throat. Overall, though... Bunch of old angry Republicans are mad at Superman, and they're all going to prey on its downfall. I'm not sure. I mean, these guys are going to become bigger haters than the Snyder bots. Actually, no, that's not true. The Snyder fans are actual real haters that are just going to hate on the movie because they're upset their dark, depressing DCEU failed, and no one cared about it, and it wasn't going to go anywhere. With the current direction it had, it wasn't going to go anywhere. Anyways, I think that's going to do it for today's video. We're just kind of having a bit of fun making fun of just the typical right-leaning people who just see the word woke and get angry, or any kind of positive message and get angry. Once again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'll be having more videos coming soon. Maybe even tonight, to be honest. I don't know. But again, thank you for watching. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.